Okay, good morning. Blaze, thank you for the Prime. It's greatly appreciated. Hope your day is going well. Happy holidays. And Lexus, thank you for the 46 or whatever, as you said. Happy holidays to you too. Alright. Hopefully we're going to have a much better day than yesterday. Yesterday was a little depressing. Should be more focused. Hopefully. Let's not make a stupid mistake right off the bat. I have a birthday to go to, so I'll be only here for a few. Ooh, fun birthday. I feel bad for any kid who has a birthday close to Christmas though, because I feel like the parents would just always end up stacking the two gifts together, so you end up getting less overall. But
Tab spin.
You know, Zashar, thank you for the 47. I can't wait to kick a bunch of Tyler's ass in bowling. Oh boy. Bowling's like one of those things where I can, like, I'm not bad at it, but I'm not good. You know? I did bowl in like a youth group growing up, so it's like I know how to play. I don't need gutters. I don't curve the ball like I'm supposed to, but I can still roll it straight. And it's like if you just start on like a side and angle it, you're fine. You're good-ish. It's also just more fun casually to get us, in my opinion, like a strike feels good, obviously, but it's also really fun to get a good spare. Like, when you're not trying to go for the absolute best score possible, if you get a clean spare, it's lovely. Because that's like a trick shot, you know? My best friend growing up had his birthday on New Year's Day. He always wished for a different birthday because of that same situation. Yeah. Close to holidays kind of sucks. I mean, mine's on Mother's Day, so it's fine for me. But it's like, like on a gift-giving holiday or like a big holiday, it's kind of different. Not saying that Mother's Day isn't a big holiday, but... I mean, my birthday is also not always on Mother's Day. I was born on Mother's Day, but it's like every like 6 or 7 years it rotates back. I think it happens again next year, actually. And now I gotta look. No, it's Saturday next year. What year is it? It's 2027. Okay, that's the next year. 2027. But Habu, what if you become a mother? I am very fine with my gender identity. I don't think I'm going to become a mother. My dad's birthday is the 11th, so he falls on Mother's Day a lot. Yeah, it's just like that week period. I don't have any like actual goal. If I can save like 15-20 minutes, that would be cool. I just want to play and get a PB. I'm just playing. MILF's Day, yeah. need to load up a file. Ignore what file this is. This is B-roll footage file for video. You know, this file took way longer to set up than I would have liked. I needed B-roll footage of a farm that had a lot of pigs on it. So I had to manually set this up and fucking buy the pigs in cheat menu. And then I obviously didn't fill the entire barn, and what I did instead was just zoomed in and then used the grass to get all the pigs in the center here. And then we have B-roll footage after removing that, and you just stand here and just listen to these piggies produce. Also, these are all not deluxe barns, so if you see, when you see this clip, you know that these are not deluxe barns. The only deluxe barn is this top one right here, but that's just so I can buy piggies. Anyways. We love B-roll. Are we 10 minutes in? I still can't play Stardew for another 5 minutes. It's within the Stardew code. If you ever stream Stardew Valley, you're not allowed to start playing within like the first 15 minutes. You gotta yap. I also still need to run ads on Twitch, so. Connections time. Duckling. Alone? Colon? I don't know what, like, I don't think it's Cologne. Is it? It's not Colonel. Oh, lonely. I don't know. Napoleon, Princess, Calf, Piglet, Emperor, Fawn, Gush, Mermaid, Chalk, Porky, Praise, Wood, Baby, Flatter. Why does, like, these three? No, but, like, the first one, like, it's never the top three because the top three is always a pun. Fawn, Calf, Piglet, Duckling. Ah. So we're doing this. What? Hawk. Praise, Fawn, Gush, Flatter. Princess, Babe, Porky is wild here. I feel like Wood. Why is Wood here? Duckling. I didn't even get 3 of a kind with this. I'm assuming all 4 of these are like the hints, you know? So you have like Fawn, Calf, Piglet, Duckling. So it's like each of these are separate. So it's like Piglet goes into something, Duckling goes into something, Calf goes into something. I didn't even get 3 of a kind. Wood. I still don't know what this is. Colon. I don't think that's colon. There's an L at the end. Colonial. Colonial? No, I feel like I'm adding syllables there. Definitely adding syllables. Yo, purple's gonna be some bullshit with removing letters or like just rhyming stuff. I feel like princess and mermaid kind of go together. Because I mean, like, I don't know. Babe. I don't know. These are all like girls, you know? Like, no, I guess babe can be used interchangeably. My Little Mermaid, My Little Princess, My Little Duckling. Alright, I'm looking up what the word that I don't know means. I probably already know what it is, I just can't pronounce it.
Colonel.
Oh, it is Colonel. That's how you... Okay. I felt like I was adding an R there.
Colonel.
Where is the R in Colonel? It was borrowed from French, which itself came from Italian, where the first I changes to an R. English kept the R sound in pronunciation while adopting the I spelling from the original Latin, or Italian. If I said Latin, I meant Italian. Into the Colonel sound we say today. Wow. These are all like rankings, you know? Like you're a princess, you're an emperor, you're a colonel. Napoleon's throwing me off, but I'll add it. Oh, not even 3 of a kind. Okay, well, I think this week or this day's over. How long are we into stream now? 16 minutes. All right. Time to just start guessing because I don't really know. Porky Piglet. I mean, both of these are pigs, but I still kind of want to go with this guess. And maybe like Ducky. Ooh. Is it babe or is it duckling? Half piglet. And let's go piglet. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Hans Christian Byron L. Fictional pigs. Hans Christian Andersen figures? I don't know who this is. Silent L. Okay. Who are these? Okay, like, I could have gotten blue, but I don't know who this is, and I don't know any of these. Actually, I guess I know Porky. Porky's from Looney Tunes, right? Piglet's from Winnie the Pooh. Babe is from Babe. Okay, well. I told you something was gonna be with removing letter, but I guess it's silent. I'm fine with blue. I just don't know who Christian Andersen. I don't know what a Christian Andersen figure is. And piggies. Like, I could have guessed this was a pig's name, but I didn't, like, and then like maybe this, but it's like I'm not getting Babe and Napoleon from pigs' names. Chris Anderson wrote basically every fairy tale you know. Okay, but I still don't get, like... Okay, I mean, I guess there's, like, emperors and princesses in folktale. And then mermaids, sure, but I don't know what the duckling's referring to. He wrote the ugly duckling. Okay, that makes sense then. I still just don't know the name. Napoleon is from Angry Birds. Emperor's New Clothes. How about Emperor's New Groove? That show was fire. You mean the movie? I'm pretty sure there was a show with it as well, but the movie was fire. I'm 90% sure there was a show at one point. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then we can do runs. From 2006 to 2008, there was a show apparently titled The Emperor's New School. Yep. Told you. My childhood. Doesn't even know his fairy tales. Nope. Alrighty, hopefully we get the same parsnip luck as yesterday, but actually, some good bundles. And then hopefully we don't do some light trolling today. Early, we're more focused. Apparently I forgot to hoe the bottom section. boss. I love parsnips. I literally, like, I say, like, it's the end of the world after I have reset one time, not getting a gold quality parsnip. And how spoiled have I been the last few days with, like, instant gold qualities? Holy. Ooh. Surely the parsnip looking character gets the gold quality parsnip. Weird already having the TV down, but I messed up the start, so I guess it makes sense. That should be doable and closer to 15, but I likely won't get close to that anytime soon. Too many things can go wrong. Too many things. Much as I love the blade accessory, my much as I love Blade, I do not like this robot accessory on my characters, and I also am the #1 Princess Leia hair hater. The two things I will always manually change if I ever roll them. Blade's laser eyes and Princess Leia hair. I was actually closer, around 21, 22 hours by the end of 1.5, and I'm sure if I included one of the 1.6 time saves that you can actually add to 1.5, it would be much closer. But, yeah, you just save so much time off of Iridium Scythe and not having to manually farm, Omni Geodes. Auto hotkey for this. Auto hotkey is used for the setup of the file and for the... Weird, my camera froze. And for the 3-to-1 animation cancel. Yeah, I can't do mouse movement. Owl. I plant parsnips like this because I'm a schizo. Just realized I got the Shawnee Do look going on. It's crazy. It's like, there's a command in the title that leads you to a document that answers frequently asked questions called an FAQ. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure the parsnip question is literally on the front page. I'm aware, because the bot command won't work on YouTube because YouTube has a shitty bot system that doesn't work 99% of the time. Blame your platform for being garbage. For anything that is not YouTube, or not video uploading purposes. Bot 2. Really, I say this every single time it is brought up, but I have to manually filter out every single bad word that I don't want said in my YouTube chat because YouTube doesn't have a default blacklist on words. And any like weird function like that. So I have to specifically ban letters so people can't just type the word with spaces. So that's why people just get randomly timed out in YouTube chat for typing R by itself. They have to actually fully type out the word because I literally just can't leave the letter R available. Otherwise, people will just spell things out with spaces and it will bypass YouTube's default filters. It's such a garbage platform for streaming. The only redeemable aspect about the YouTube streaming service is its player. And the fact that you can watch it on TVs much more easily than watching YouTube on TVs, which is the main reason I stream on YouTube as well, because of that. Otherwise, there's not very much of a reason for me to. There's no day-by-day guides. It's basically not possible to do a day-by-day guide. Too many things. Morning beat. RNG got to adjust to different things, different situations. You're not always going to get the same quests on the same days. It's really hard to know how much time I've saved because some of the things I'm doing will lose me time, but save me it later, so the splits are kind of going to be a little inaccurate in that regard. And when I was testing on Smappy, because on Smappy the load time remover and the auto splitter does not work because we don't want the load time remover and auto splitter to work while using Smappy to prevent cheating. I wasn't able to actually time things pretty properly. So now that I'm doing runs, we'll actually see how much time it saves. It's probably going to be in the ballpark of about 15 minutes, realistically. But I can save much more, or I can save much less, literally just based off of RNG, so... I can say the route's faster by X amount, but it really won't matter. Because it's like I could be using the same route as last time and save like 30 minutes just by getting better RNG. Like I didn't have a great community center in my PB, and my mid game was, or my monster eradication was pretty meh in terms of speed. It was like I literally have like 30 minutes of time save in my PB if I was running the exact same route. I'm in the bathroom real quick. Boom. Almost 6 years in an hour? Poggies. My first golden clock, and I don't see the point of it. It prevents debris from spawning and fences from rotting away. But yeah, it's mainly a flex item. Peak win, I think, for the 50 months per holidays are going well. Thank you for the support. Very long streak. 50 months and then 3 days by Danny. Thank you, Danny, for 3 days. Give it up for day 3. That's the type of chatter we love to see. First time chatter, first message, exclamation mark, FAQ. We love these types of people. Whether or not they type ever again does not matter. The fact that their first time chatter is that is a blessing. They can enjoy their lurk however long they want. Yeah, I'll be pushing for a new PB. All business here. I mean, it's in the title. People just need to read. Like, I understand if it's like confusing and you need more clarification, but it's like when they just ask the question that's literally on the front page of the FAQ and they just don't read the title, it's just like, I'm just not going to answer it. I just don't answer it. Like, if the question is like closer to like, why are these books so important? Well, I'm sure like there's some explanation, but it's like, if you're curious about like why the routing is the way that it is or something closer to that, that makes more sense for me to answer, because that's a more detailed explanation that is not really a frequently asked question. But if like, you know, when the question just is why are the parsnips the way that they are? I don't know, I feel like that might be in the FAQ. Yeah, maybe, just maybe. Yeah, the strats kind of have to be insane if you want to do this in 16 hours, to be fair. It does also make it a not so fun watching experience, because there's no way that you can ever get attached to a run until Ginger Island. And I get a run to Ginger Island like once a week. With how much RNG goes on in the early game. And honestly, once a week is like pretty lenient. It's probably closer to once every week and a half to 2 weeks. Yeah, once a week is generous because I'll get a seed that has everything I need once a week. It's more of whether or not I don't throw that seed or not to various degrees, or like some abysmal RNG happens, like I don't get enough prismatic shards in Skull Caverns or something like that, which is like less out of my control. Like the one run that I lost this week that actually did have the books died to not getting all 4 artisan goods in the Batcave like I needed. Like, it's not really my fault. Just happens. Yeah, the resets for specifically a gold parsnip. If I don't see a gold, I don't have them. And it's like, it's probably like the doc should say I'm looking for a gold parsnip because the gold parsnip tells me when the skill books show up in the traveling cart, but it doesn't explain the reason why I have these tiles specifically picked. Because they're like, these tiles are handpicked. Because each gold quality parsnip that I get here, like, is a different, like, seed. So, like, the books are in different spots based off of which parsnip I get. And the actual RNG value that the file can be based off of these parsnips are all different. So, like, another common question that's, like, not really explained is, what happens if you get 2 gold quality parsnips? I literally can't. Because these parsnips are picked where the RNG values are different enough where they don't overlap. So it is literally impossible to get more than 1 gold quality parsnip from these, because you would only get a gold quality parsnip from spots that are similar RNG values, and none of these spots are similar. So hence it's impossible to get 2 gold quality parsnips. But that also means I'm looking at the biggest range of RNG spots. So instead of like having 2 overlap, so let's say like in the first harvest you get 2 gold parsnips, like if you did a normal 3x5 grid and you got 2 gold parsnips, that means if those spots weren't gold parsnips, like it would have just been 2 default, right? So you essentially lost a % chance of getting a gold parsnip because they had the same RNG. Right? Or similar RNG. But that also means is if you know, but like this also can be abused in like seeded runs. So you know how if you've ever watched a seeded run, they can just basically get get gold quality crops whenever they want because they know the seed's RNG value. So they can plant it in. Generally, it's a pattern with how it shows up. So they can plant it in this weird line, and then when they harvest it, they get a gold quality crop from it. But they're planted in like a similar schizo way, where it's not like a normal box. Because to get multiple goldens, you need multiple RNG values. But this really only works at lower farming levels, by the way, because it's lower percentages of getting a gold quality parsnip. Like when you're level 10 farming, there's what, like a 30-40% chance you get a gold quality crop every spot. So it's like the RNG value means less because it's a bigger range. Where in this case, because I'm farming level 0 for the first 13 parsnip harvests, there's only a 1% chance per tile for the first 13. And then I believe it's a 3% for the 14th and 15th parsnip pickup, which you'll notice when I harvest them in a specific way. The only two that matter to harvest last is spot 14 and 15, which are those two. That I harvest last because those have adjusted RNG values to appropriate for the larger range of RNG that can be. So it's like, on average, every time I do a run, the most two likely spots of being gold quality parsnips are these last two ones that I harvest, which is 14, 15. I have over 7,000 hours in Stardew. It can go very deep with this type of stuff. Oh, look at that. Spot 14. Speaking of gold quality, spots being more common on... Well... Yeah, we can be excited for that, sure. But the thing about it is it's about a 1 in 7 of getting a gold quality parsnip. Now I have to get past a 1 in 3 for garden bundles specifically. So. We don't hit the 1 in 3, we're back to parsnip resetting. We've already had one gold quality parsnip today. And it had fish farm bundle. So hopefully we don't get that again. I need 1 coal, please. And the game is going to make me walk over to the left-hand side for a piece of coal. Easy. Unfortunately, garden bundle matters too much. It's a 1 in 3 chance because we're using the remix mines because of specifically the garden bundle. So the rightmost pantry spot can either be fish tank or fish farm, garden bundle, or animal bundle. And yeah, so the animal bundle requires hundreds of thousands of gold worth of investment to get the 5 animal products. The fish farm bundle requires to get a fish tank and then like 60 row or some bullshit. And then you have the garden bundle that requires about 240 gold worth of flower seeds. So one is not like the other. By the way, I can get away with only doing 33 here. Technically, you need 34, but I saw this carrot seed spot here, so I can this up on the way up, and now I have 35. Perfect. So parsnip resetting is about at the 2-minute mark, and the 1 in 3 for the what's it, majigger garden bundle is around the 10-minute mark. So it's about 10 minutes for a 1 in 21 chance, which isn't great, but I literally have optimized this early game to a degree where I can't do it faster. Without, like, completely griefing. I wish I could do it faster, but... Skull Caverns is... like, it can happen where I get a bad... I get unlucky in Skull Caverns, but it's like... It's like, whatever. Big yawn. I hope I read the mail. I don't remember reading the mail though. I still need a dandelion. I'm not gonna walk up for that. It's fine. I guess it's about closer to like an 8:30 check, but the day doesn't end until like 10 minutes. Unfortunate. And again, we go. I love how we got an ad break literally the second that happened. They were probably in the ad break. Early an owl means good luck. No, I just realized now that we're doing speedruns again, I can bring back the input display. Hey, spot 5. I will be speedrunning Haunted Chocolatier when it releases. I'm hoping it will become my primary game once it releases. Because it's definitely a game genre that I enjoy more. Because I'm actually not a huge fan of the cozy farming sim type games. I like games more akin to Terraria. Stardew has kind of been the only exception to this rule. I enjoy Stardew because Stardew is just a good game. I like the sand bossy boss rush type games. And it looks like Haunted Chocolatier is kind of going to be a mixture of like the Stardew element, and then it also has bosses, which is cool. Or, yeah, Haunted Chocolatier. So it should be right up my alley. We'll see though. It's going to actually be really hard to match Stardew Valley's like quality of a speed game, even though like it's made by the same person, because it's like he's not making it with speedrunners in mind. Like Stardew Valley was really just the perfect storm of scuff, because the game is a little scuff in a lot of ways. The perfect storm of like scuff where it's such a good fucking speed game because of it. It's like such a good speed game. Where it's like, even if Haunted Chocolatier is like a 10 out of 10, like it doesn't mean it will be a good speed game, because just because it's a 10 out of 10 does not make it automatically a good speed game. It has to have the routing possibilities. It has to have the enjoyable movement system. It has to have a fun world. It has to have a bunch of interesting tasks you can do. And it's like, I doubt there's going to be an animation canceling like Stardew has. And that's like the thing. And it's like, I know that. I know I'm going to go into Haunted Chocolatier and the animations are... I'm not going to be able to animation cancel, but that's like fine. Because I am willing to bet that CA has probably sped up some of the animations. And or the game just seems like it's going to be more fast-paced, so... the animations won't be as slow, or more like fighting based. Get what I mean? Oh no, I'll play the game casually on my first playthrough. I did that for Stardew as well. I'm playing the game through blind on my first playthrough, don't get me wrong. That said, my playstyle generally does gravitate to more of a speedrunning style in terms of, I'm not gonna sit there and read every last bit of dialogue from every last character because I'll just get bored. I'm not a dialogue reader for the most part. Like, I'll read important bits here or there, or like I'll read it, but it's like I would not have the patience to read it all aloud on stream for every single dialogue. I'll just glance through it. I don't care to figure out all the lore on my own playthrough. I'll leave that to some nerd who wants to make a YouTube video out of it, and then I'll watch the lore video to catch up on all the lore and see what I'm missing. That's my way of doing that. It's the same reason why I know a majority of the newer cutscenes, because I've watched the newer Stardew cutscenes. I just have never actually watched them personally myself. But it's like, I know every 14 heart cutscene event for the most part. I'll probably forget one or two. But I've never seen every single 14 heart cutscene. In-game. Yeah, it's just not how I enjoy playing it. Like, I'll read the dialogue of the characters I like, but if I, like, don't like the character as much or not as invested, I just don't care to read it. Fuck you. I lost 3 runs already. 3 gold parsnips. Good character. I just always say Krobus to this. I'm not actually too attracted to any of the Stardew NPCs anymore. My first marriage was Abigail, and it's like I've only played the game casually once. Every other marriage has been because of speedrun reasons, essentially. I say this a lot, but I think Stardew, the characters of Stardew, after the first playthrough, is the weakest or worst part of the game. I think on the first playthrough, they are actually pretty good and phenomenal, but they're just they're just parrots, essentially, after your first playthrough. And I just have, like, no reason to care for them. Outside of getting, like, you know, the cooking recipes or crafting recipes. Like, there's just no reason to actually talk to them. But you just can't hate Krobus, so. Answer is always Krobus. Yeah, on my very first playthrough. When the game first came out. Like 9 years ago. And then I haven't played it casually since. Funny enough, these perfection runs are basically the closest you see to me playing casually. Well, I should say not like these ones in particular, especially now that they're optimized, but back before when I did like perfection every like basically every update, like I did a perfection run at the start of every update since 1.4, right? No, wait. Ginger Island was 1.5, right? I'm confused. Yeah, okay. Back in 1.5. I did it quite a few times. Casually, before I started to like route it. 1.5 perfection runs was the most casual I've like played. Because it's really just me playing the game how I would play it if I like, you know, didn't have a route and was just doing whatever I felt like I needed to do to like complete the game. But it's like, it's impossible to view my playstyle with the amounts of hours and gameplay knowledge I know as Stardew Valley is casual, even if I was like not realistically trying very hard. You know? Like even when I'm not trying very hard, I mean like, trying very hard is not like the best example, but it's like I would, without really any hesitation or any like thought process behind it, if I went to the mines on day 5 like most people do on their very first playthrough, I would get to floor like 30 minimum on the very first day. Even if it was a absolute worst luck day, I would get 30 floors, which to a majority of people would be like, oh wow, that is a lot, you know? Like I wouldn't even like think twice about that. It's just like my play style is to that extent and my game knowledge is to that extent. That is just like, yeah, I'm just going to do things significantly better than a majority of the player base without really much thought behind it, because I'm not just going to inhibit myself just so it's quote unquote more casual to other people. Speedy crushing for 35. And that's the main part. I also just won't play this game without animation canceling. I just don't enjoy playing Stardew without animation canceling. That's also like another thing. Animation canceling is casual to me.
3.
BD, I do appreciate the sub. Hope your holidays are going well. The issue is, even with extending NPC storylines to make them, you know, like, more complete and whole, is the fact that, like, you gotta keep in mind, I have 7,000 hours in this game. He, like, to make the storylines more complete and whole, like, let's say he adds, like, 15 more lines for that story per NPC. I'm going to read through them all. And then if I see them again, they're still just a repeat. That's why the NPCs are so good on the first playthrough, is because they do have a lot of text. And like, you're not really gonna get the repeat because you haven't played enough hours to get those repeats. But I have 7,000 hours in the game. Him adding a few extra lines of dialogue does not change anything for me. Because it's like, I will learn the completed story and the extended storylines, and then we're back at the exact same issue as we began with. The issue is that I've overplayed. What do you think of the new 1.6 features? I very much enjoy 1.6. There is very few things in 1.6 that I added, or that he added, that I think missed. And really, the only thing that I think missed was the jellies. I don't like the jellies. Not only do they make it so you don't get fish every single time you catch because they replace fish, the buffs that they give are awful, besides like the early fishing buff, which is like whatever. Like, it's nice to get early, but it's like after a point it becomes annoying. And then they're used for a single crafting recipe. And that's it. Like, they're just... eh. That said, I will say the crafting recipe itself, the fish smoker, was probably one of my favorite additions of 1.6. I just don't like the jellies. I like the fish smoker. I don't like the jellies. Other than that, I don't really think anything else was like a major miss, in my opinion. I'm just a fishing jellies hater. I think everything else was like net neutral, or it doesn't really matter, or just a complete positive. I was definitely skeptical of the Iridium Scythe at first, but I think the Mastery Room was probably the probably the best way he could have added it to the game. Because, like, I'm very much against a lot of the quality of life mods being added to base Stardew, in terms of like the Harvest Scythe mod, the Tractor mod, Skull Cavern, Elevator mod. Like, I know CA will never add those outright, because like the mods are unbalanced. They are extremely easy to abuse and get. Like, I can get the tractor within like the first 2 weeks consistently, and it's the most broken thing, right? The Scythe Anywhere mod, obviously, like, Scythe. Omega Law. Iridium Scythe. But it's like, he made it where it's like really hard for even speedrunners to like get the Iridium Scythe quickly. Because of how, like how hard it is to level up every single skill. Like, it's actually a phenomenal way of gatekeeping it until late game. While at the same time, like, it actually makes for an interesting challenge to unlock, right? I completed the challenge recently where I unlocked the master room and... I did it in 15 days, right? Not 16, or did I pussy out and do 16 days? It was the second day of the festival, so it was day 16. I finished spring 16th year 1. I got level 10 in all level 10 in all skills. Yeah, it was 16. It was the second day. I think day 1 is theoretically possible. It's just realistically not humanly possible. Actually, I think, well, if you were to use a task, you would use different strategies and complete it before the Desert Festival, but that's just task strats. Being able to essentially just spawn in, or get infinite money and then buy the books from the traveling card instead, using a specific seed. That's just an entirely different run. But yeah. Not bad. And it's like, to do it in the 16 days, you basically have to forfeit everything, which is like good. You know, it's nice that you can do it early if you really wanted to, but you basically have to forfeit doing everything else in that time frame to actually be able to do that. Like, you won't get any community center process or progress done. You won't really get much money done in that time. Like, you have to forfeit everything. And then, like, you can say some of the mastery rewards do break the game. Like, Iridium Scythe is exponentially powerful. I abuse treasure totems in perfection runs for Omni Geodes. You know, fishing rods fun. Trinkets are fun. But they're not actually broken, which is the fun part. Like, trinkets are like fun bonuses. They don't like completely break combat where it just makes combat stupidly easy. Like, they're just fun bonuses that you can do some interesting stuff with. Yeah, a few things, but I'm not gonna go over them because they're a lot of them are just minor details of shifting around days that I'm going out and what I'm buying on certain days. The only like weird noticeable change that you'll notice early is that I talked to Jazz, Vincent, and Gus at the Egg Festival. And that's just because I'm exploiting a mechanic later. Yeah, they're fantastic rewards, and it's not like they're not like tractor mod levels of broken or automate level mods of broken, you know. They're sweet treats, which is what they should be. Fishing is literally an extra tackle on your fishing rod, which is cool, and then you get to use challenge bait for bonus fish if you're good at it, so it is an advantage to higher skill players. Dwarf King is really cool for mining. Statue of Blessing is just a cool concept, along with the Iridium Scythe. Treasure Totems are fantastic for the people struggling to get the last few artifacts, because that's probably what they're struggling at that point on average. And then again, combat, the trinkets are probably the best improvements CA could make to combat without completely changing it or just making it piss easy. So I really have no complaints about any of the Master Room. The Master Room is arguably the best edition of 1.6. I do enjoy the books, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, majority of the books are just useless, to be quite honest. But I can't hate the books because the addition of the Stardew Valley cookbook is like the single biggest challenge run boost you could ever add, in my opinion. Like, I think that is just a well-designed, hey, you need 100 golden walnuts to get this, so it's really only applicable to the challenge run scene. It allows us to be able to do things much earlier if you're trying to do like perfection as quick as possible, so you don't have to wait until the end of year 2. And like, it really doesn't take away from any of the casual gameplay, like, whatsoever. Like, I like books, or like the way that books can do that. Very solid. Can books be absolutely goddamn broken? Yeah, just look at these perfection speedruns. I'm literally sacrificing the entirety of the early game for books. Yeah, you just don't even have to look at the TV, which is super fun. I don't even think any of the books are that hard to get, though. Like, some of the quote-unquote rare ones become more common the more times you do the task, right? Like, you're, on average, gonna get Woody's Secret by the time that you get foraging level 10. You're on average going to get the monster compendium before you get combat level 10, and then all the other ones are just done by doing like kind of simple tasks, just participating in events, or you know, just buying them. Okay, the Book of Mysteries is probably the one exception. I will give you that. I always forget that one exists. The Book of Mysteries and the Treasure Appraiser Guide are probably the two most annoying ones, because it's literally just down to geode luck. I think everything else is pretty reasonable. Nine more runs until my birth year. Not a 2000s baby, by the way. It's honestly surprising how often the pants color matches with the shirt, the random like shirt I get. Saying that I completely randomized both the shirt and the pant color, like the fact that like this blue is so close to the actual color of the shirt is crazy. We look like Caillou's older sister. Cool. There is a debate when you have a full inventory and it doesn't let you pick up the parsnip right away. So you think for a second, could it be the golden parsnip? And then you lose the... And then you lose it when you get a silver. Well, the issue is I've been literally resetting the last 2 minutes for about an hour now, so there's only so much I can explain in the 2 minutes. And you can easily figure out what I'm doing in the first 2 minutes by just doing exclamation part FAQ and reading the very first page of the FAQ where it explains why I'm looking for a gold quality parsnip. Because otherwise I'm just clearing the farm, getting the materials for chests and scarecrow. But I mean, like, if I get a run post community center, yeah, I can do that. Or post garden bundle specifically. Because then that's when I'm actually playing the game. But I'm realistically not playing the game until after I get the garden bundle in the community center, and that's kind of the big thing. But yeah, otherwise I'm just clearing the farm, making room, and gathering a few whatever resources I can on day one. But now that you mention like that type of stuff, I thank you, because there's a high likelihood that this run just gets a golden parsnip now for no reason. It always happens when somebody like says something like that in chat. It's really funny. Yesterday somebody complained about why I was resetting so much, and I said I was looking for a golden parsnip, and I literally got it that run when I was saying I need a gold parsnip. It's funny how that works, honestly. It's so consistent too. Just need to complain. Smile. Complain more. Yeah, crazy. Thank you for asking that question, by the way. No, fairy does not correlate with the RNG value that I'm looking for. Spot 6. Uda, thank you for the prime. Hope your holidays are going well, and thank you for the support. Bonjour. Now we got past the 1 and 7. We do still need to get past the 1 and 3 that we have failed, I think, 4 times today so far. So, don't have a very good track record so far against this abhorrent garden bundle. But maybe the 1993 baby's birth year will give us power. This is run 1993. Do you have any 1993 babies here? I was not alive yet. I was also not alive. Stop trying to dox people. I guess that is a roundabout way of asking somebody their age. I guess you are right, V. I really didn't think about it that way. It is not TOS, but if you say, if you make any like kind of distinction or any way of saying I'm 13 or like underage, Twitch will just ghost ban your account. Like if you type I'm 13 in this YouTube channel, Twitch will or like any YouTube or any Twitch channel, Twitch will soft ban your or like ghost ban your account. You won't be able to type, and the only way to get it undone would be to literally like going through support. Like, yeah, I'm being dead serious with this, by the way. Like, do not type that if you do not want to get ghost banned. Like, that is a serious statement. That said, if you really want to see a very, very funny video on it, Masayoshi or John from Offline TV actually had, like, an entire video dedicated to this because he hosted a, like, he realized it was a thing and then basically hosted, like, $100 giveaway, and the way to enter it was saying, I'm 13. So he literally got hundreds of people banned in his chat, by getting them to type that for $100 giveaway. It's a really fucking funny video because they were trying to limit test it too. Like they were trying to see if saying it in a different language would also ghost ban them. Like it's a fire video. I did loop around. I just didn't get a leak spawn. Who made a video? Masayoshi or John from Offline TV. It's an older video. It might be hard to find it. If this run dies, which has a high likelihood due to the fact that I don't have a leak, I can find it super quick. I know what I'll be looking for. Oh, I don't need a leak, Pog. We specifically outrolled the leak on the spring onion. What spot did I say this was? Was this the top left spot of the first three? Is this spot 6? Or was that last run? I think this was spot 6. I think it was top left of the top 3. If you could be. That said, we still have to get through the 1 and 3 right here for it to matter, so you might just want to hold your horse. Yeah, we don't need it anymore, V. Thank you for the offer, though. Will I try Hightail? Maybe in my free time. I don't think I'll stream it, though. Killed it while I was checking. Yeah, it was Animal Bundle. All right, let me go get the video. It's just called like how I banned half my chat. Or am I gonna get? I thought I was gonna get like a Doug video. And John from OTV. I don't know how to spell his channel name, Masayoshi. And I'm just gonna get a bunch of fucking clips. Maybe Offline TV. No, don't give me that. Can I get like... I do not need to be copyright. Can I just get like... the link? It's Masayoshi. I just wanted the fucking YouTube link. Yoshi. Okay, I do not need him to. I hate how not everything is muted right away. Popular videos. Oh, the video. Yeah, it's literally his most popular video. The 12 incident. It's this video. It's a fire video. Was that an accidental porn tab? No, that's just who John is. We love John. Hopefully no one had no one had me on the TV playing throughout the house and then they just heard a grown man moan like that. But you know what? It's fine. Yeah, it really wasn't. It was more of a groan, but a deep sigh, you know. A deep gamer sigh of the gamer sitting up in their chair after having the absolute worst posture that they have ever had. That's what that sound was. I think context if you're at the time, if you're wondering why he's playing WoW, it was during when like the OnlyFans WoW thing was going on, or the OnlyFangs, not OnlyFans. That hardcore Twitch like meme streamer group with all the new WoW players. Oh, right, yeah. I mean, I'm the only one who has that for the numbers. I'm the only one who has the numbers of each spot, as far as I'm aware. CV, I can't afford the amount that you're worth paying. So hence, I just can't hire you. I got progress on it last night. It'll be done before I leave. It's gonna be easier to edit. It's only a like 22-minute video. And I'm already like 5 minutes into the editing process of the video, so it's like, got 15 more minutes. For now, I'm just your free babysitter. You don't even play League with me, though. Excuse you. Type of video. It's the how much money can I make in 24 hours. It's the sheep video. Wow, imagine being busy and not babysitting. How dare you? Not gonna look good on your resume. I can't even say that seriously. You're the one who wanted to keep playing too. It's like I was the one who was done that day, and we just kept clicking playing again, playing again. We just did not care. That day was awful in terms of win-loss. We went, what, 3-11? You had the crown, true. But it doesn't matter. People are clicking play again. And if there's 3 people who click play again or are waiting in lobby, I'm not just gonna not click play again and not start it up because that's what I know they want. Well, because that was my excuse to fucking leave because you didn't click play again. I was making sure you actually left because the client is stupid and we know this. I haven't been playing, don't lie. I played like a few games yesterday. I don't know, I don't remember if I played the day before. Without us? Actually, well, I was in champion selected. Joe messaged me saying dodge. I'm like, it's a 15-minute dodge timer. It's faster to play it. And then I got out of game and he was away and I just got offline, so I started working on the video instead. So yeah. I love the recent comment on your video along the lines of no context v fuck you. I don't... When was that, like, left in? Did I say that, or was it just somebody in chat with no context? I don't remember saying v fuck you. Me telling you? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's understandable. I do need to, unfortunately for you guys, chat, start recording videos or figure out how to like start separating videos so I just have a clean feed, so there's no camera, no chat, no overlay, just clean gameplay. That'd just be better overall for a video. Hazel cam, yeah. I know you can do it, I just have been lazy and not setting it up. How are we gonna say hi to YouTube? Maybe we keep Twitch chat there. But I think for a video like Perfection, it would have been better to not have webcam and not have Twitch chat. But for like a more quickly edited video where it's obviously that I'm doing it live, it would be better to have like Twitch chat on screen and my camera. But it's because, like, I think videos that I do post commentary on are like better if I don't have webcam and don't have anything on the screen, essentially. All right. I said I would add or re-add the input overlay since we're doing speedruns again.
Less than 3. Wow.
I'll do about my barn sheep. You missed the start of today's stream where I loaded up my B-roll farm that literally took me like 30 minutes to get B-roll footage for a 2-second clip of pigs producing truffles, because I had to basically fake make a farm that was filled with pigs, and I had to manually purchase all the pigs and upgrade the barns and then grow up every single pig. The minimum amount of acceptable prismatic shards to get in Skull Caverns for this run, or are you like, I mean, like that's just based off of how many ores you break, but for this run 4. I wouldn't take a run with less than 4 unless if I knew specifically I got Artful on the very first enchant, and then I could probably get away with 3, but realistically 4 is just the correct answer here. The video is unhinged and hilarious. Yeah, it's a fantastic video. It, like, they literally just kept limit testing it. Also, Lily, thank you for the 19 months. I completely skipped that because I was ranting about something. I do appreciate it. I hope your holidays are going well. That's a lot of forge. That we don't get to play with. Oh, wow. Team for 16. Happy holidays. This honestly is depression. We've been doing runs for an hour and 40 minutes. We've gotten quite a few golden parsnips and 0 garden bundles. And now we have a compensator outside. And I'm reading back, and it was a while ago. How are you gonna prove to Reddit you're not cheating? I do my I do my Twitch chat voice in the money video. So don't you worry. They are dealt with. What's my favorite hat in Stardew? I mean, it really depends on, like, the character vibe, because I randomize the characters. I think the easiest one for me to say is definitely just the tiger hat, or the tiger slime hat, that one. The fun one. But, I mean, like, I can also just as well easily say dino hat, frog hat as well. Those two are, like, top tier of, like, the more complex hats. I think you can't go wrong with the propeller hat, because you can spin with it and it's really funny. Those are all good. It's probably one of those four. Oh, squid hat is also top tier. Apparently I just like all the animal hats in the game. Squid, tiger slime, frog, and dino hat. And then I like propeller hat because it's goofy. What about non-dino hat, or non-animal hat? And obviously, like, non-propeller. I'd have to look at them. Beanie and Flappy Beanie are just classics. They just look good on basically every character. Party hats are fun. Garbage hat's kind of funny. Sunglasses for swag. Definitely just like a vibe thing, no? Because it's like, I've had the swashbuckler's hat look really good on some of my characters. It's definitely a character vibe thing. I just think the animal hats just go well with anything. And then you have like the Flappy Beanie and the Beanie are also pretty good for anything. Fashion hat's good for anything that's dark. The bows are cute. I think out of all the bows, my favorite is probably the new one. The dark velvet bow. I think those That's like my hat list. Hat tier list one. I need to just make an entire tier list video where it just rage baits all the casual players. Props tier list puts blueberries and cranberries in F tier. My crops tier list would be extremely boring because it would literally just be pointed towards the only crops we use in speedruns, and then everything else is just garbage. I technically did make a weapons tier list already, but it's kind of outdated. We do a tier list for, like, we just go to the tier list website and just do random tier lists, but we spin a wheel, and the wheel is what we base our tier list off of. So it's different every time. So it's like we can roll for animals, like what is cutest animal, what is like most profitable animal, or like anything like that. What is most useless animal? That would actually be a fire content idea. No animal is useless. Let me introduce you to the chickens. You can't convince me chickens are worthless when the most optimal play in the Meadowlands farm is to sell the chickens that you start with, because they're just worse than just doing crops. Sorry to say. We might actually do that idea soon. Especially saying that I'm going to be leaving for my parents on Wednesday afternoon. So I have today, tomorrow, and Tuesday for streams. And it's like, you know, if we get to like Tuesday and we don't have a run, I might just do that random content idea for the day. Because it's like, I'm fine doing runs today and tomorrow, because like, even if I get a run tomorrow, I can do part 1 and part 2 tomorrow. And then I don't have to worry about doing friendship until after I get back. I don't think that last one was worth walking. Walk to those two, though. Surely we can't miss the garden bundle for the 5th run in the row today. Green bean, kale, carrot. Ah, finally. Alrighty, now I can actually explain what I'm doing because I'm out of the first fucking 10 minutes. Alright, so we are going to just buy the crops. Green bean. I said kale, parsnip, tulip, jazz. Alright, we're gonna go back, plant these. We're going to water the parsnips. We're gonna make a scarecrow. And then we are just going to water for the next few days and go immediately to the mines on the 9th, as long as it's a good luck day. Even if it's a bad luck day, we will go and get the guaranteed raccoon or wild seed spawn in the backwoods on the 9th. Water these, place, place. Throw this away, take this out. Apparently I just completely forgot to get a piece of coal, so now we're gonna lose time. Supposed to do this yesterday, but whatever. Fine, that's fine. That, place that. Everything there, no. Everything away yet. Put up. Whatever. Fill my watering can and I didn't. Dumb. I don't need to worry about watering those crops because they'll get watered by sprinklers later. Once I have them, I just need to plant them. They're not taking up inventory room. I only need to water the parsnips. I don't really care about getting any quality parsnips here. I just need these parsnips for food in the mines, and it also will give me farming level 2 so I can actually craft the sprinklers, which is the reason I'm going to the mines. So tomorrow we'll check the TV, hoping for a good luck day. Cool. Harvest all that. Put that. Gonna run up here because we need a carrot seed. This spot is guaranteed to spawn on the 9th of every season. Oh, pick these up. Walk back down there. Plant this. Now we empty our inventory. Organize, pick that up, pick that up, pick that up. Everything else should be good. Mines time. Our goal is to get to floor 40 here, getting as much money and copper as possible. This is essentially just the mines from the community center. Really nothing special about this mines day, realistically. Oh, we passed the most common reset point. That's why I'm actually bothering to explain things. Other than that, I mean, we're just mining here. Looking for resources as I go. Break rocks. Pray for ladders. Collect money. Walking down there is not worth it. Those don't actually have anything beneficial in them because crates are seeded. Or the same on every C file. So I can tell you that they're just not good. Experience. Same with those barrels, I don't care. Technically, I could have gotten a glow ring from those barrels, but it's not a huge deal. 100 gold right there, pretty good. Waiting for this guy. Killing this guy over tileable dirt. If I killed him over this dirt patch, he wouldn't have a chance of dropping a ladder, and monsters have a significantly higher chance of dropping ladders than rocks have, so it's good to make sure that they are always dropped on spots that can always drop a ladder. This is actually a really nice infested floor, saying that there's only 3 enemies, especially for a floor as big as that was. This up, pick this up. I eat one of these to make inventory room. Your gold's 100 gold. 25 gold is 25 gold. Yeah, and we're waiting for that guy to be over a spot where he can actually drop the ladder. These wooded platforms have the same issues with dirt, where monsters can't actually drop ladders on them. We have to be a little patient. Work boots is fine. We'll get dagger on 20 elf's dagger. Not awful. Well, I guess it's not great because there's a chance that we can just get the club on 19. Since we went on the 9th. fine. Yeah, definitely sells for more. Trying to do the math on what sells for more quickly in my head is not always the fastest thing. Either that or bugs me. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong about the slime selling for more. That was a loaded rock. So I'm more likely gonna get more bugs meat than I am. Yeah, it was probably worth keeping the bugs meat over the slime, even though I had more slime right now. I'm gonna break these. Well, they both would have gotten replaced anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, I thought he would die in less hits. My bad, I guess. That guy's transforming. Nothing I can do about that. Got hit up weirdly, so. Copper penis. Could possibly get 50 gold here. They will buy the backpack. Summer first. Why am I killing that guy? I don't have inventory room for. Well, I guess I technically have him. Bugs me. But there's also always a ladder on the floor. Actually, no, it does make sense to kill those guys because there's a chance that they're a boss enemy, and if they drop a club or a weapon, I'll be extremely grateful. Also, the chance of a magnet ring is also nice. You really can't ignore it. Okay, hopefully the club spot's in the middle. Having a club here is just way too important. That is not a club. I have to take a look at the middle. There's no club. Love's blade is fine. I already knew I was getting at. Ready for some finger breaky. Also seem to have missed the forest sword on this floor. The forest sword in like this corner over here. Oh no, it was that one. I thought it was one up to the left. Because we don't have to break our hands anymore to do dagger tech. Rip dagger gang. It's just so much better for dust sprites though, having a forest sword. Or does not even have any. 56 copper. Not very good. I'd rather see a magnet ring over a lead rod at this point. I'm a boss slime. Am I losing 80 gold for Dwarf Scroll 4? No, Dwarf Scroll 4 is too common from enemies. Dwarf Scroll 1 would be the one scroll that I would be fine going for. I need this copper. I care way more about copper than pace. I go out of my way for 3 singletons. How fun. Well, I haven't really gotten any dark ladders yet, or ladders in the dark. I really didn't get a ladder? Huh? Whatever, game. Not bad. Money's a little whatever, but... Alrighty, we're gonna do the same thing on the next day. Ideally today. Hopefully today's a good luck day. Okay, well, I'm not doing it on the 12th. But a little unfortunate. Make 3 of those. And hopefully the daily luck doesn't screw us out on too much iron ore. There's not much I can really do. Alright. Now we need to get 145 copper ore and 120 iron ore for 24 sprinklers and a copper axe upgrade. We also still need a bit more money. I don't really care about getting to 45. That would just be a bonus. We also require a jade for today, so we can convert that into a crystallarium in winter once we complete the vault. We also still need a bit more coal, but we'll get a majority of the coal today when we are killing the sprites on floor 40 here. Be a decent start. Take free copper. Yeah, I got a worse luck day on the previous day, and today's a bad luck day, but I do not want to go on the 12th because it's extra walking. I don't need that many bat wings. I was tempted to wait, but matter. One glow ring if I ever need it for whatever reason. Okay, I think we're gonna be good on coal. I just need more iron. I mean, on Legacy RNG, you can easily get a glow ring on the 9th. I just didn't bother breaking the barrels on floor 5 because I got a ladder right away. Well, Door Scroll 4 came back to us. This time I do actually indeed have the inventory room to keep it, so... I think that might be a jade, so I should probably break this. Jade, mixed seed, same thing. The correct answer to that is by doing the Desert Festival and trading all your Calico eggs for forging XP books. Other than that, just breaking hardwood stumps. What are you talking about? I went from floor 0 to 40 in a single day. I just didn't go until the 9th because I was waiting for the parsnips to be ready. Ooh, fun. Come on, magnet ring. I'd rather get a magnet ring than a club here. One magnet ring, please. Fuck you. I mean, it's an upgrade to the Forest Sword, but... Yeah, I mean, it's technically not the worst drop. The worst drop would have been a Glow Ring or Tundra Boots. It's technically a weapon upgrade, so... It could, in fact, be worse. I already have a glow ring, so it doesn't matter. I don't need more than one glow ring. How much iron do I need? 120. That said, I've already smelted 30, so... $120. Need 14 more. I love getting a huge spike of iron when I don't need it anymore. Hidden friends, thank you for the 4 months. Every day is going well, and I appreciate it. Unfortunately, I still need a jade. But maybe we can possibly get a magnet ring this time. Oh, it's a weapon upgrade. Why are we running so far? Why am I chasing so far? $29 plus 12. I have enough coal. I just need copper and jade. It's a reset for no jade, by the way. I specifically need a jade. 45 does nothing. You can't get jade spawns on 45. The barrels there aren't worth it. The only reason to go to 45 was to be if I need coal. And I just don't need coal, so good. I guess 45 for bats as well, but again, I still need a jade, so I'm not really about it. I don't really care to conquer other stuff because a lot of conquering other stuff is just boring. I don't run other categories because I don't enjoy running other categories, you know? I just don't find the categories fun. Why I run only a select few categories, because it's the categories that I actually enjoy. Apparently I just need to start killing slimes for these jades because I'm just not getting them. Like a 2% chance for a jade. Well, unfortunately, I think this run is just dead. No jade. Unlucky. Jades are non-negotiables in this run. I think going on the 11th year is bad for jade spawns, even if it's a slightly better luck day. I think I should always try to be going on the 10th. Something I should double check in Blade's Predictor. Because I know one of the 3 days that I generally go has really bad jade barrels compared to the others. I'm pretty sure it's day 10 that's good. Day 11 is garbage. Oh well. It is what it is. Yeah, just for pure jade odds. Luck doesn't affect that much of what I'm doing today. Like it definitely makes it worse, but it's not nearly as bad. Back to power steps. I'm not doing any more resets today. Because if I get a run, I'm basically going for another 5 hours and I want to get food. That's just the shitty part of perfection streams. If a run like this happens where I get the run late into the day and then it just instantly fails, it is what it is. I specifically need a jade for crystallarium duping on this run. If I don't get the jade, it's an instant reset. Got unlucky. Even at this point, even if I got a jade, the run's just bad. So. I'm gonna double check super quickly though. Okay, spring 10th, floor 41. Point 6.9. The RNG. No, the 11th should have the jade spot. It is the 11th that's good. I just got extremely unlucky. Wow. I'm normally looking for these barrels because you got a barrel here, you got a barrel here, and then on 41 you have the barrel here. Oh wow. Because you don't really have the barrels on these days. I just got unlucky then. That sucks. Darn. Yeah. Just unlucky. Oh well. Right. Out of piece. Unfortunate. We'll have 1 more days of runs to actually get a real run going tomorrow. If we don't get a real run going tomorrow, I'll figure out what we're doing on Tuesday, because again, I will be leaving for like 5-ish days starting Wednesday. I'm gonna visit my parents, so we don't really have that many streams left here. And then I'll be back like on the 22nd or something. 22nd, 23rd. I'll probably stream on the 23rd. And we got cookies on the 24th. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna peace. Unfortunate parsnips today. I think I had like 5 or 6 gold parsnips, and it took until the 6th one to get garden bundle. It is what it is. And then obviously the run instantly died, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'm gonna go get food. So I do appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys joining the stream. I will be back on tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, rest of your day. Stay safe out there and just take care. Later. Peace.